making English easy for everyone.
Speak English with Jay and May.
Hey, English learners! Welcome back to Speak English with Jay and May, your cozy little place to build your English confidence. I'm May.
Hello, May. And hello, everyone. I'm Jay. How are you today, May?
I'm doing great, Jay. Actually, I woke up super early today and had the most peaceful morning. It really set the tone for my whole day.
Oh, wow. Really? I always wake up and just grab my phone immediately. Is that bad?
Oh, Jay, you and literally millions of people around the world. But today, we're going to talk about something really exciting, your morning routine, and how it can totally change your English.
Wait, my morning routine can improve my English? Like, just by changing what I do in the morning?
Exactly. And not just a little bit, I mean a lot. The morning is like a superpower that most people don't use, and today we're going to unlock it together.
Okay, I'm already curious. Let's go.
But before we dive in, hey listeners, if this podcast helps you build your English confidence every single day, please subscribe, turn on your notifications, and share this with a friend who's learning English too. We show up for you every day, so let's grow together.
Yes, share it, like it, and leave us a comment. We love hearing from you. Okay, May, I'm ready. Tell me everything.
All right, so let me ask you something first, Jay. When you wake up in the morning, what's the very first thing you do?
Honestly, I turn off my alarm and then I just lie there, sometimes for like 20 minutes. And then I grab my phone and scroll.
Okay, that is so honest and I respect it. But here's the thing. Those first 30 minutes of your morning are like gold. Your brain is fresh, it's quiet, and it's actually the best time to absorb a new language.
Wait, really? Like my brain is more ready in the morning than at night?
Yes, think of your brain like a sponge. In the morning, the sponge is dry and empty. It soaks up everything fast. At night, after a full day of work and stress, the sponge is already full. It can't absorb as much.
Oh, wow, that's such a good way to explain it. So I should be doing English stuff in the morning, not before bed.
Exactly. And the best part, you don't need extra time. You just swap some of your existing habits with English ones.
You mean like instead of scrolling on social media in my language, I scroll in English?
That's one way, yes. But let's talk about something even more powerful. Okay, so imagine this. It's 7 a.m. You're in the kitchen making your coffee or tea. What if instead of silence or music in your native language, you play an English podcast?
Oh, like just listen while I make breakfast?
Yes, that's called passive listening, and it's incredibly powerful. You're not studying, you're not stressed, you're just letting English float into your ears while you do something normal.
That sounds too easy to be real, May.
I know, but here's the interesting part. Your brain is still picking up rhythm, pronunciation, vocabulary, and natural sentence patterns, all without you even trying hard.
So it's like learning while not really learning.
Exactly. And over time, those patterns start to feel natural. You start speaking more like a native speaker because you've heard it so many times. It's like how babies learn their first language, not from textbooks, but from just hearing it constantly.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Babies don't study grammar, right? They just listen and copy.
Right. So that's habit number 1, English audio in the morning. A podcast, a YouTube video, an audiobook, anything in English while you do your morning tasks.
Okay, I can do that. What's habit number 2?
This one is my personal favorite. I call it the one-word morning. Every single morning, you learn just one new English word.
Just one word? That feels too small.
I know, I know. It sounds tiny, but wait, here's where things change. One word a day is 365 words a year. That's almost 400 new words just from one simple habit.
Oh my goodness. When you say it like that, it sounds huge.
Right? And the secret is you don't just learn the word, you use it. You say it out loud 3 times, you make one sentence with it, and then you try to use it during your day.
So like, if my word today is grateful, I say it 3 times and then make a sentence.
Exactly. Say grateful, grateful, grateful. Then say, I am grateful for my morning coffee. Simple. Done. And every time you use that word later in the day, it gets deeper into your memory.
That's actually kind of fun. It's like a little daily challenge.
Yes, and you can write it on a sticky note and put it on your mirror. So every time you brush your teeth, you see your word and remember it.
Oh, I love that idea. May, can I ask, did you actually do these things when you were learning?
Okay, so funny story. When I was learning English seriously, I had this habit where every morning I would read one paragraph of an English book out loud. Just one paragraph.
That's it? One paragraph?
One paragraph. And I remember one morning I was reading out loud in my kitchen, and my neighbor knocked on my door. She thought I was on the phone with someone from another country.
Oh no. What did you say?
I opened the door and she looked around and said, "Oh, I thought you had a foreign guest." And I just started laughing. But that was the moment I realized, oh wow, my accent and fluency actually improved. The daily reading was working.
That's amazing. So reading out loud in the morning actually helped your pronunciation?
So much. You know, there's a big difference between reading silently and reading out loud. When you read silently, your brain processes the meaning. But when you read out loud, your mouth, your ears, and your brain all work together. It's like a full workout for your English.
You mean like it's exercise for speaking?
Exactly. Think of it like going to the gym. If you only watch fitness videos but never move your body, you won't get stronger. Same with speaking. You have to actually use your mouth to improve.
Okay, so habit 3 is reading out loud in the morning. I can do one paragraph. That's not scary at all.
Not scary at all. And honestly, even children's books are great. Don't feel embarrassed. Simple language, clear pronunciation, it's perfect.
Wait, really? I can read children's books?
Yes, actually, to be honest, some of the best English learners I know started with children's books. The sentences are short, the vocabulary is common, and the stories are fun. There's no ego in learning.
I like that. No ego in learning. That's a good quote.
Write that on your sticky note too. Okay, so let's talk about one more morning habit that I think is super underrated.
Underrated? You mean like not enough people know about it?
Exactly. And that habit is talking to yourself in English.
Talking to myself? Won't people think I'm a little strange?
Only if they hear you. But seriously, do it in the bathroom, while you're getting dressed, while you're eating breakfast. Just narrate your morning in English.
Like, say what I'm doing out loud in English?
Yes. So you wake up and you say, "Good morning. Today is Tuesday. I'm going to make some eggs. The weather looks cloudy." Just simple, natural sentences about your real life.
Oh, that's kind of like being your own news reporter.
Yes, I love that. Be your own morning news reporter. Report on your breakfast, report on the weather, report on how you're feeling.
Okay, this is honestly making me excited. Like I can start this tomorrow morning.
That's the energy. And here's the really powerful thing. When you talk to yourself in English, you notice the gaps. You notice when you don't know a word, and that gap becomes your next learning goal.
Oh, so like if I want to say I'm making scrambled eggs, but I don't know the word scrambled, that tells me what to look up?
Exactly. Your confusion becomes your curriculum. You study what you actually need, not random textbook words you might never use.
Wow, that's actually a really different way of thinking about studying English.
This is where things really change for most learners. They wait for a teacher to tell them what to study, but the most powerful learning happens when you follow your own curiosity and your own real needs.
Can I be honest? I feel like nobody ever told me this in school.
I know. School English can feel very stiff and formal, but real English, the kind you use every day, is alive, it's personal, it's connected to your actual life.
So let me recap what we have so far. Habit 1, listen to English audio in the morning. Habit 2, learn one new word and use it. Habit 3, read one paragraph out loud. Habit 4, talk to yourself in English. Is that right?
Perfect. You were listening so well. Now, let me add one bonus habit. And this one is super quick, just 2 minutes.
Only 2 minutes? What is it?
A gratitude journal, but in English. Every morning, write just 2 or 3 sentences about something you're thankful for in English.
Oh, like, today I'm grateful for my family and my morning coffee?
Exactly. It's simple, it's personal, and it's real. You're not copying from a textbook. You're writing your own life in English. And writing activates a completely different part of your brain than speaking or listening.
So it covers all the skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing all in one morning?
Yes, and here's the beautiful part. None of these habits takes more than 5 minutes each. Your whole English morning routine is maybe 20 to 25 minutes total.
That's less time than I spend scrolling my phone.
And much more useful. You know, I always say your phone is full of other people's lives. Your English morning routine is building your own future.
Okay, that really hit different. I'm going to remember that.
Now, let me tell you one more thing. Consistency beats intensity every single time.
You mean like doing a little every day is better than doing a lot one time?
Exactly. 10 minutes every morning for 30 days will help you more than studying for 6 hours one day and then stopping. The brain loves repetition. It loves rhythm. Give it English every morning and it will start to crave it.
It's like building a habit, not just studying.
Yes. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth for 2 hours once a week. You do it for 2 minutes every single day. That's how habits work.
I never thought I'd compare English to brushing my teeth, but that's actually perfect.
The most powerful lessons are the simple ones. Okay, Jay, let me ask you, if you started tomorrow morning, which habit would you try first?
Honestly, talking to myself. Because it costs 0 money, I can do it right away, and I think it'll be funny at first.
I love that. Start with fun. Always start with fun, because when something is fun, you'll do it again the next day and the day after that.
May, I have one question though. What if someone wakes up really late and has like no morning at all? Like they just rush out the door?
Great question. So first, even 5 minutes counts. Set your alarm 5 minutes earlier. That's it, just 5 minutes. And in that 5 minutes, play one English video while you get dressed.
So even the busiest person can do this?
Yes, there's no excuse that English learning needs a perfect morning. You build the routine around your life, not the other way around.
I think that's really important for listeners to hear. You don't need a perfect life to learn English. You just need to start.
Beautifully said, Jay. And honestly, starting is the hardest part. But once you start and you do it 2 days, 3 days, a week, it becomes automatic, like your brain expects it.
Like your brain gets addicted to English in the morning?
Exactly. Get addicted to English. That's the goal.
Okay, I want to do a quick summary for our listeners before we close.
Yes, go for it.
All right, everyone, here are your 5 English morning habits. Number 1, listen to English audio while you do your morning tasks. Number 2, learn one new word every morning and use it. Number 3, read one paragraph out loud. Number 4, talk to yourself in English. Be your own news reporter. And number 5, write 2 or 3 sentences in English, your mini gratitude journal.
That's perfect. You just did a full recap like a pro.
I'm learning from the best.
And remember, everyone, it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Small steps every morning lead to big changes over time. You've got this.
And honestly, if you try even one of these habits tomorrow morning, let us know. Leave a comment and tell us which habit you're starting with.
Yes, we read every comment, and we love hearing your stories, your progress, your funny moments, your questions. Share it all with us.
And hey, here's our question for you today. What does your morning look like right now? Do you have any English habits already? Tell us in the comments.
We would love to know. And who knows, your comment might inspire another learner around the world.
That's the power of this community. We're all learning together every single day.
Thank you so much for spending your morning or evening or whatever time it is with us. We are here for you every single day. And remember, your English is growing. Even right now, just by listening, you are improving.
So keep going. Don't stop. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, English learners, and have the most beautiful English-filled morning tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.